Today I was actually spending some time just reading over the SFOC stuff from the drone and just seeing how you're supposed to do it in this new way ever since they introduced all the drone license and all that. I was thinking of trying it out before the end of the year. For the request, what I'm thinking is I'm just going to fly it in a Class G airspace, and the only thing I'm requesting is to fly higher than the 122 meters. So it should be very simplistic, so to speak, in terms of the operation. I just know before all this licensing and all that, people have to go through, I guess, a really tedious process. Whereas now, technically, like for the advanced flyers, since you went through all these tests and so forth, shouldn't that be a lot easier to say, okay, this guy passed this, so make it a lot faster to approve? So I'm not sure if you first fill in that basic form they gave you, and then afterwards, if they want more information than you give to them, or if you should just give everything at once. Although this was the example of why I just started going through that school and stuff like that, because I guess technically this should help with the approval process. So I'm still researching it at the moment because they do say it takes like what, up to 30 days or so to get the thing approved. So I'm thinking maybe if I do get it approved, book it out for about, I guess, a week or so, like in some place. For the shipment tracking, it looks like it's all the way in Germany now. It just makes you wonder why they need to cross so many borders initially, like from Canada to the US. Why not just directly from Canada to, for example, that area there instead? Although for deliveries, this was a wacky thing to read. It says here, delivery truck gets stuck at Tawasin gas station. Yeah, you can see here, basically a truck for some reason just drove right under the gas pumps area and stuff like that. Like, why would you do that? Holy, is that completely stuck? Wouldn't you notice that initially when you drive the first time, like, oh, it hit something, wouldn't you like back up? But this guy just decided to go all the way in, I guess. As it turned out, it is stuck, and apparently one of the solutions they were thinking was maybe they should flatten the tires or something like that, so that would basically lessen the weight. But again, what are you thinking when you drive through something like that? It reminds me of places like at malls, for example, where it says don't drive here, like basically in a certain height, yet people do it anyways, even though they hit objects. You're like, oh, okay, I'm okay. It's just that one object. Everywhere else inside is fine. And this was kind of interesting and nice to read, I guess. I guess a lot of places are holding more events to educate people things about a drone. It says Drone Day held at Pierpont Community and Technical College. Drone companies gathered Saturday morning at Pierpont Community and Technical College to talk about the growing drone industry. Aeronautic officials spoke about job opportunities the field offers, along with tips for those who fly drones for recreational fun. The group flew several aircrafts throughout the morning and learned about new opportunities drones are providing in several industries. And it says, quote, we do a lot of training education, but we also work on and work a lot with public safety agencies. This year, we've been involved with 3 homicide investigations, trying to find bodies for what we'd film a TV show for Oxygen Networks, so we'd never know what's going to come up. I was just thinking that's kind of an interesting point to throw out there, where you're educating people about the tech, I guess for the first time, using it for homicide investigations and all that. Although I guess a lot of people will think that's kind of cool as well. But again, it's great to see more stuff like this out there, I guess, just to educate people about the tech and so forth, because the hysteria and stuff still is there. It's just interesting, again, like here anyways, I don't really see much in terms of large organizations doing stuff like that. It's just everyone is for themselves and their own little clubs at the moment anyways. At the same time, just for me personally, I still think it's a little weird in my mind when people treat these drones kind of like an aircraft, like an actual huge airplane, like to fly it. Like, man, it's so dangerous. You need all these like professionals over there to teach you. To me, it still feels like a video game in many ways. Like pick up the controller, use hand-eye coordination. So yeah, I guess in that sense, maybe it's just like a perspective or generation thing. But to me, it's basically something more simplistic than say flying like a helicopter or an actual real plane. That's why for me, even when I let people like say try the drone and basically just help them out, it's like playing a video game, putting it out like on novice mode, like say the tripod, just give them basic direction. This is gonna go forward, this is to turn left and right, like simple as that. Because if you're just getting people started, like just to fly it for fun and so forth, you don't really need to be that technical, so to speak. It's more about just giving them an opportunity and a place to actually fly it for practice. I mean, that's how I learned. Every single one of those schools and stuff like that, they were way out of reach, like financially, and they didn't really teach you how to fly, like overall. And just a note, it's actually getting really cold now. You guys may have noticed yesterday when that squirrel was there, it basically tried to bury like all the nuts and so forth, because it's basically preparing for the cold winter, I guess you could say. So probably won't see as many of them out, I'm assuming anyways. Alright, see you guys later.